Alright guys, let's go here. We have another two we do here. Presumably a ranked 2v2 game here. And number 4 here shows reported offensive name. His nickname is Ghettoliquidator. I don't know if it says that because it has been reported or because it's actually changed it because he has been reported, but they'll have to update me on that. Personally, I don't know the reasoning behind it. Anyway, might say yellow red, I might say palm and ghetto. We'll see what goes on there. It's a rank 2v2. They are alright, he got banned. Okay, so that's why it's reported offensive name. Anyway, Palm and Ghettoliquidator here, they are in the team for an upcoming 2v2 tournament. That's why they've been practicing a little bit together. The tournament are arranged by Parabellum Discord. I think it caps at a maximum of 1450 or 1500 elo. So let's see here. We already see some blue on the left-hand side here. That's Kairos as the Goths, walling in his villager, laming Mr. Ghettoliquidator's boar here. And is just patrolling around the other one here now. That's typical Goths play that has most people puking, that you send forward one villager, kill the boar, and now even wall it in so there won't be any boar food for Ghettoliquidator to take here. And looks like it's the same plan with the second one here from Kairos. Just going full lame to begin with here. Ghetto unfortunately hasn't scouted the boars yet, so he can't really stop it either. A bit unlucky here. He should probably be hearing the boar noises now and be cursing all but silently for himself here now. That's another one going down, might get walled in as well, but there's a villager here. Remember, Goths villagers can go for the free loom as well. Scum. Yeah. That's it. On Palm's side, something's going on here as well. I think Green tried to lame Palm's boar here, and may or may not have succeeded. It was very low HP. Green lamed the boar from Palm as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what you told me. Ghetto now chasing away this forward villager. It's a loomed villager, but when you attack him with your own, even unloomed and scout, you could kill take it. So at least the laming comes to somewhat of a stop here. The second boar is still over here, decaying. Might still be some food to be taken here. Because it only decays since the villager shot it. If you kill it with a military unit, it will die. But that's not what Blue did here. But that said, when you go for this kind of laming play, you send one builder forward more or less instantly, and that renders you somewhat useless at home with your economy, because either you lose that forward villager or you have a one villager forward that doesn't work at all. And looking for a villager count here, they set themselves back here. Palm is over on the other side here, maybe looking for a counter lane. He could actually snag this boar back to even the odds here if he sees it. Just chilling for now, and Green is doing some laming business here as well. Very nasty play for Blue and Green here. They should be banned from this game for all eternity for playing like this. But it's a legit tactic. You deny your opponent of core resources, and if the opponent doesn't spot it, not much you can do. Green hasn't taken the other one. Alright, fun fact by the way, Rumpe. This name here, that's a Norwegian word for ass. So it's fitting that such lamers name themselves after more or less assholes. So it's kind of a given here. Rumpe. Norwegian word of the day. Yeah, so Palm's doing his best here to adapt. He's eating the sheep. I don't know if he scouted lamed resources, but he still has the main goal over here. Secondary gold and stone here shouldn't be too important, right? Early on, you need to handle these walls at some point, but yeah. Green is actually forward killing the deer of Palm as well, so it's going to deny Palm of even more food here. Palm will be forced into the farms here, but again, villager counts here, Palm and Ghetto sort of, at least not falling behind in numbers here. So laming is just ridiculous keeping on like this, but Palm and Ghetto are so far doing it. So no, it's not the curse ward. Alconer. It's not used that way. Palm loses his scout here, tries to take out this forward villager from Rumpe, but doesn't quite succeed. So Kairos and Palm going to the feudal age. Scout is forward here for Kairos is chasing as well. What's he preparing? He's walling off a little bit. Goths only get palisade walls. Looks like he's going for gold as well. Pretty sure he'll go into some kind of men-at-arms play here. It's going up at 21 pop, so men-at-arms are cheaper for Goths, so he could get away with that. Walling in towards the TC as well. And still some potential laming going on here for green, but he won't succeed here. This villager is already weak, so it's not really going to be an issue for Halm here. Almost losing the main gold, but he's fine for now. Losing the scout is a setback though for both Palm and Kairos. And yeah, going to extend here to middle these there. So green here needs to boost their food even more as well. I don't know if they're going for some kind of it could be fast castle. I'm not sure what the plan is here. So many on food. Drops a barracks though. Has to be archers when you're Vietnamese. It doesn't make sense to do much else unless you're going fast castle elephants or something. Apparently these Microsoft nerds got a problem with the ghetto. Yeah, there we go. Palm here with Saracens. Saracens like to go archers in general. You have that attack bonus against buildings for the foot archers, and it's going to be double range feudal age investment here for Palm. Let's see if he'll be going into that market next as well. Obviously needs the production buildings and blacksmith first, but once he drops the market, he'll be having an easier access to switch up between resources as well. So meanwhile, yellow is walling off the base. Did spot the very forward not hidden barracks here from Kairos. So Kairos feels he's in a great spot after laming, apparently. Ghetto, however, has secured his main gold up here, so he should have no problem producing gold units. Defensive tower goes up as well to stop this offensive tower on the stone for Kairos. Kairos may be thinking about men-at-arms towers here, but this tower will be denied and the production will be stopped here as well. The berries are still obtainable for Ghettoliquidator here, but not quite usable. Going to... Alright, it's just outside of range. Would need fletching here to... No, reaches the villager actually. So that's some stone down the drain for Kairos, who is not mining stone, so there won't be another tower from him. Boris just left here to rot, but Ghetto is compensating by making farms. Meanwhile, we have some green foundation. This is confusing actually, these dots here, because that's only palisades and foundations, not really having any meaning of the army. Palm is with the top score here. 29 villagers and some population already into the archers production here. Is up by 4 military to green here, who is also with double ranges and going for the archers. Vietnamese archers with more hit points is going to be able to take some good fights here after all. I have to say, yellow is doing a good job defending and adapting after the lame as well. He is Turks. Could probably wanted initially to go into the scouts, not quite an option just yet, but the food count suggests that that will be the case. Men-at-arms from blue doing absolutely nothing right now, so that's and yeah, some somewhat unfriendly chat here from yellow, but that's what laming can do to you. It's almost deserved for the opponents here playing in the dirty game like this with sabotage. Palm, he could actually use these archers to take out some palisades, or use archers later on to take out palisades, so it's not going to be a huge issue for Palm actually, this laming. He doesn't need to battle now with villagers or rams or whatnot, he could just use his archers. He has a very significant military lead here, also the villager lead actually, over his side here. 10 military now going maybe for the goal, maybe straight for the production. Yeah, going to take out these ranges. It is also fletching versus no fletching here. So Palm should have an easy time taking the fights here. Men-at-arms being kept out still on this side for Kairos. I'm not sure what blue is going to add here with this villager, going to try and help batter down the palisades, but again, great defense from the Turks player here, keeping all those men-at-arms out. It's annoying and it's an investment in eco, but it's also facilitating your Castle Age click by only investing into walls, not really making any army here. So good defense from Ghettoliquidator here. As Paul moves forward, quick walls won't stop Saracen's archers, and green also has fewer units overall, so this just isn't an issue for Palm. Still, fletching is in, and Vietnamese archers have more HP, but it's still 9 units against 7 with just a little bit of micro here. Palm is fine. Get the Liquidator now only missing the building, the second building to click up, and he'll be off to Castle Age. Let's look at Palm's eco, probably relying on the market here for consistent production. That's also a way to facilitate it. It's still only with 2 ranges, but consistent production, obviously, albeit from getting housed there for a moment. Pulls the archers away to address something at home. Maybe had to flee this time. So green on the forward yet again with the tower here. I missed that in all of these things going on. Blue with the villager for the men-at-arms. Finally through. No Castle Age click yet for yellow here, but again, pulling up those quick walls to secure resources. Palm is now up against Vietnamese skirms and archers here. Will be needing more numbers forward to deal with this, but he has them in the ranges. Could also back off to this hill if needed. Also, forcing the enemy into skirmishers should delay their uptime as well, although the eco is looking fresher for green here. Palm could use his market to adjust as needed. Also, he's on the way to the Castle Age here, so he is, that's why his resources were that low at this point. Vietnamese guy seems to want to be moving forward, but Palm will have crossbows, and the Vietnamese absolutely won't because it's far away from that Castle Age ticks, which goes for Goths as well here. Base untouched, yes, but ever consistent forward here on the enemy side, and not actually accomplishing too much here. Get some villager kills, yes, and forcing some idle time, but also not helping out the teammate as is customary in a 2v2 to collect the armies and go together on one player with cavalry and archers, which is usually the go-to play for team games. You have one player playing cavalry, scouts and knights, and the other going crossbow line. Palm does not stress out about this feudal age army forward. He brings his archers forward instead, going to decimate green's eco here, while green is trying desperately to deal damage to Palm's side, but the walling is on point here. Palm with some idols obviously being busy with the fighting here, but is going to get that crossbow upgrade very soon with Vodkin arrow as well. Could fight this maybe first and then move forward, because we want to keep the enemy army numbers low as well. And on the other side here, men-at-arms still doing work for blue, but now there's army production potential for Ghettoliquidator here in the yellow. He has queued knight or knights here, and is just going to do his best to hold this off. Will need more than one though, but has the defense that helps out a little bit. Looks like the defensive tower could go down as well, but main thing is to deal with these men-at-arms, and the only thing you need to do so is just get some more army numbers up. No, the market did go down though, so Ghettoliquidator here in the yellow can't really use the market to adjust his wood income into other resources. Yeah, so not the most enjoyable game ever for yellow here, but he's holding on, he's defending very nicely, have been keeping the men-at-arms out for the most part, getting idle like crazy now obviously, but he's still the age up from the opponent as Palm has sent his forces towards the Goth player space instead, so won't be any more men-at-arms for Kairos here, won't be any Castle Age click anytime soon either, because his eco now gets idle. He doesn't have a market, so he can't adjust what he has here. He will have to get that food income going, and that's being challenged here by Ed Crossbows on Palm. They outranged the TC, so he could actually take out this TC, and that's not even on the way to the Castle Age. So with no army whatsoever, no Huskarls obviously for Goths yet, he's in the feudal age. Palm is free to take out Blue's TC here. Barracks won't contribute anything here for Kairos. The crossbows will just slaughter whatever happens there, and the distraction is welcome for yellow as well, because now the men-at-arms have been dealt with up here. Yep, looks like TC might go down here. Palm has some presence on the other side as well. Green also still in the feudal age, although on the way to the cast stage here, but blue is going to lose their TC here. Kairos clicking cast stage now, that's a very ballsy thing to do, even not committing to repairs here. This TC will go down before the cast stage is reached. That renders Goths useless against the Archer Civ, and Palm is free to roam around and hit both players here. I hope he'll be addressing the army numbers of Green here, now going into an additional 2 ranges here, reaching the cast stage, but not nearly enough on gold to support consistent Archers production in the from 4 ranges. Alright, so the repairs being forced high here by Kairos. That's costly as well. Palm has to back off a little bit, but will continue hitting here, cast stage at almost 50%. Let's see if this extra mass of crossbows could help take out this TC. As he runs over to try and snipe some builds, but the knights will deal with that. Those are completely undefended, no spears, no nothing here. And Ghettoliquidator says, get cancelled. Now it actually says Ghettoliquidator suddenly. So TC, cast stage is cancelled, and guess what? No GG, and I wouldn't GG these players either, so that's perfectly okay. So yeah, lesson learned, don't go lame your opponent from minute 1, that just sets you back economically, and at least one player will be able to deal some serious damage here. Palm MVP here, got the crown as well, and as the medal here. Kairos absolutely doesn't deserve this one, but he gets this. KD 34-6, so massive KD here for the Turks player, actually only losing 6 units, very, very impressive. And let's see. Overall eco, this is market adjustment as well in the middle of things here. We have feudal age and cast age for Palm first here, also teammate reaching it at exactly the same time. Very nice work under that pressure that we saw here. Villager highs as well, keeping consistent villager production and keeping the enemies at bay here. And finally the score tab showing army mostly for Palm and also for the Vietnamese player in the end, but cast late way too late to handle the Saracens here.